You slide out of your mother and land on soft moss, somewhere in Central Africa. She reaches down immediately and pulls you against her chest with both arms wrapped around your back. Your eyes are open, but everything around you is just shapes and shadows. You grip her fur with your fingers and hold on while she licks your face and head clean. Then, she lifts you higher and positions you against her breast. You find the nipple and begin feeding for the first time. The milk is warm and thick, and you swallow in short bursts while your mother supports your entire weight with one arm. A few hours pass, and she starts moving through the trees. You try to hold on, but your arms are too weak, so you slip and dangle by one hand. She catches you immediately and repositions you flat against her chest with your face pressed into her fur. You grip tighter this time, and she continues walking. That's when something else appears beside her. It's another young gorilla, much bigger than you, with its arms reaching out toward your face. Your mother swats it away with her free hand and makes a short barking sound. The juvenile backs off and moves to a different part of the group. Then, the sky opens and rain starts falling hard. Water hits the leaves above and pours down in streams. Your mother crouches low and bends forward with her back curved over you like a roof. You stay pressed against her chest while water runs off her shoulders and arms. Your fingers lock tighter into her fur and you don't let go. After a while, the rain stops and she straightens up. She grooms your head with her fingers, picking through the wet hair and pulling it to the side. You're still feeding when she starts moving again, this time slower, with her feet pressing into the mud below. Your hands are small now, but soon they'll need to support your entire weight on their own. You're 4 months old now. Your mother stops walking and lowers herself to the ground to feed on wild celery. You've been riding on her back all morning, so you slide down and land on the forest floor with your arms stretched out for balance. You need to try walking on your own, so you take a few steps forward on all fours with your knuckles pressed into the dirt. Your arms are longer than your legs, making your body tilt forward as you move. You take 3 more steps before your hand slips on wet leaves and you fall sideways into the moss. Your mother looks over but doesn't help, so you push yourself back up and keep going. That's when you spot something moving on a fallen log nearby. It's a millipede curling and uncurling as it crawls across the bark. You want to see what it is, so you walk toward it and reach out with one hand. Your fingers close around its body and you pull it toward your mouth. You bite down once and the taste makes you open your jaws immediately, dropping it back onto the log. Then, something huge moves past you. It's the silverback, your father, walking through the group with his shoulders twice as wide as your mother's. You freeze and watch him come closer. He stops right in front of you and lowers his head. You stay completely still while he reaches down with one finger and touches the top of your head gently before standing back up and continuing past. You try to follow him because you want to stay close, but your mother moves in front of you and blocks your path. She picks you up with both hands and positions you back against her chest. You grip her fur and turn your head to watch the silverback walk away. Soon you'll be strong enough to move with the group on your own, but not today. Skip forward, and you're a 1.5 years old now. You're running through the undergrowth on all fours with your knuckles hitting the ground in rhythm. Your mother is feeding on leaves somewhere behind you, but you don't need to stay close anymore. 3 other young gorillas are playing nearby, so you run toward them to join in. You reach a vine hanging low between 2 trees, and you want to test it, so you grab it with both hands and pull yourself off the ground. Your feet swing up and you hang there for a moment before the vine snaps and you drop back down, landing hard on your side. One of the other juveniles runs over and jumps on top of you, so you roll and grab his arm with both hands. You bite down gently on his wrist while he pushes your face with his free hand, making both of you tumble down a small slope together. You land at the bottom and he's still holding onto your shoulder, so you twist and shove him off. But then he pushes back harder and you cry out loud. Your mother barks once from up the hill and the other juvenile lets go immediately, backing away with his head lowered. You stand up and brush dirt off your chest with one hand. That's when you spot a termite mound, half buried in the roots of a tree. You've seen the older gorillas break these open before, so you walk over and hit it with your fist. A chunk breaks off and termites spill out across your hand. You bring your fingers to your mouth and lick them off, but some of the soldiers bite your tongue, making you drop the piece and shake your hand in the air. Then a loud crack echoes through the trees. The silverback stands up tall and starts beating his chest with both fists, making a sound like thunder rolling through the forest. Everyone stops moving. Your mother turns and starts walking fast through the bushes, so you run after her while the rest of the group follows close behind. You'll learn what that warning means soon enough. You're 4 years old now. Your mother is walking beside you with a new infant clinging to her chest. You're not riding on her back anymore because you're too heavy, so you move through the forest on your own with your knuckles pressing into the ground ahead of you. The group stops at a tree with ripe figs hanging from the branches. You're hungry and you want to eat, so you climb up the trunk with your hands gripping the bark and your feet pushing you higher. You reach a branch covered in fruit and start pulling the figs off one by one, stuffing them into your mouth. Then, an older juvenile climbs up beside you and shoves you hard with his shoulder, making you slide to the side. He takes your spot and starts eating the best fruit while you bare your teeth and scream at him. But he's bigger than you, so you climb down to a lower branch and grab what's left before dropping back to the ground. The group starts moving again, and you follow behind them, but your stomach is still empty. You spot bamboo shoots growing near the path, so you stop and strip the outer layers with your teeth. You chew and swallow the soft inside while the rest of the group keeps walking ahead. After a while, you look up and realize they're gone. You can't see them anymore, so you run in the direction they went, with your arms swinging and your breath coming fast. You push through leaves and step over roots until you hear grunting ahead. You come out into a clearing and find the group standing still. The silverback is facing another male gorilla who must have wandered into the territory. Both of them beat their chests and charge forward, stopping just before they hit each other. The stranger turns and runs back into the trees, while your silverback makes a soft hooting sound, telling everyone it's over. One day you'll be the one defending something, or trying to take it. Skip forward a bit, and you're 8 years old now. Your back is starting to show patches of silver hair spreading across your shoulders. You're nearly as tall as the adult females, but still smaller than the silverback, so you stay near the edge of the group most of the time. You're feeding alone on wild celery away from the others when you hear branches breaking nearby. You look up and see another young male watching you from behind a tree. He's about your size with silver just starting to show on his back. He must be from a different group because you've never seen him before. He needs to pass through this area to get somewhere else, so he starts walking toward you slowly, with his head turned to the side. You both stop and stand completely still, watching each other and trying to figure out who's stronger. Then he keeps walking and moves past you toward a different feeding spot. You let him go without making any sound. You finish eating and head back toward your group. That's when you see the silverback standing up and looking directly at you. You want to get closer to the females, so you start walking toward them. But the silverback beats his chest once and the sound makes you freeze. You lower your head and move to the outer edge of the group instead. A young female is sitting nearby and you want to move closer to her, so you take a few steps in her direction. But the silverback sees you and charges straight at you, stopping right in front of your face with his mouth open. You back away immediately and move even further from the group. You spend the rest of the day feeding alone and watching them from a distance. Your back is getting more silver every week, and soon, you won't be able to stay here at all. You'll have to leave and find your own way, or challenge him and lose. You're 11 years old now. You've been traveling alone through the forest for months, with your back fully covered in silver hair and your arms thick with muscle. You need to find food, so you strip bark from a tree and chew the soft layer underneath while moving through unfamiliar territory. That's when you hear grunting in the distance. Other gorillas are nearby, so you move toward the sound and find a small group feeding in a clearing. 1 silverback, 3 females, and 2 juveniles. The silverback sees you immediately and stands up tall with his chest pushed forward. You want to stay in this area because there's food here, so you stand your ground and beat your chest with both fists. The silverback charges halfway toward you and stops, beating his chest back at you. You charge at him in response and both of you stop just before colliding. Then he charges all the way this time and slams his shoulder into your chest, making you stumble backward into a tree. But you don't run, so you plant your feet and charge back at him. You grab his arm and he grabs yours, and both of you push against each other with your feet sliding in the dirt. He's stronger than you, so he shoves you down and you hit the ground hard. You roll to the side and get back up, but he charges again before you're ready. This time his fist hits your shoulder, and you know you can't win, so you turn and run into the trees. You don't stop until the sounds of the group fade completely behind you. You need somewhere to rest, so you climb a low tree and pull branches together to make a nest. You sit in it with your arm bleeding from where he grabbed you. After a while, you climb back down and start feeding on wild ginger alone. You're strong now, but not strong enough to take what you want yet. One day that will change. Skip forward, and you're 15 years old now. You've built your own group with 2 females and 1 juvenile following behind you as you move through the territory. You're feeding on thistle stems when you hear branches cracking somewhere in the trees ahead. Another silverback comes out into the open with 3 females walking behind him. He's been tracking your group because he wants to take your females, so he stops and beats his chest with both fists. You stand up immediately and beat your chest back at him, making a sound that echoes through the forest. Both of you charge at the same time, and your bodies slam together with your arms wrapping around each other's shoulders. You push forward trying to force him down, but he twists and throws you sideways into a tree trunk. You recover fast and charge again before he can move. This time you grab his arm and bite down hard on his shoulder, making him pull back and swing at your head with his free hand. His fist connects with your jaw and you stumble, but you don't let go. You grip tighter and use your weight to drag him down toward the ground. He tries to break free, but you get your other arm around his neck and squeeze. He kicks and pushes, but you hold on until he finally pulls away and runs several meters before stopping. You chase after him with your arms swinging and your mouth open, beating your chest again as he disappears into the trees. You stop and turn back toward your females. One of them has been watching the entire fight from behind a fallen log, so she comes out now and moves closer to you. She reaches up and starts grooming your shoulder where he bit you, picking through the hair with her fingers. Your juvenile offspring walks over and sits down beside you. You let them stay there while you catch your breath and watch the direction where the other male ran. You've won this time, but there will always be others who want what you have. You're 22 years old now. Your group has grown to 6 females with several young offspring moving through the undergrowth behind you. You're feeding on bamboo shoots and stripping them with your teeth while your knees ache more than they used to. That's when you hear movement in the bushes ahead. A younger silverback comes out into the open with his back covered in thick silver hair and his arms still fresh with muscle. He sees you and beats his chest immediately, so you stand up and beat your chest back at him. But your arms move slower than before and the sound isn't as loud. He charges straight at you and you move forward to meet him, but when your bodies collide, he's stronger. He grabs your shoulders and throws you down onto the ground with your back hitting the dirt hard. You try to get up, but your legs shake under your weight, so he bites deep into your shoulder and shakes his head, tearing the muscle. You push at him with one arm, but he doesn't move. Then he releases you and stands over you, beating his chest while you lie there trying to breathe. Your females are already moving toward him, leaving you behind as they follow the new silverback into the trees. You try to stand one more time, but your arms can't lift you, so you roll onto your side in the leaves. Your shoulder is bleeding, and your breathing comes in short bursts that get slower with each one. You can still hear the young silverback beating his chest somewhere in the distance as he leads your group away. Your eyes close, and the sounds of the forest start to fade. Life as a gorilla might be rough, but there's another animal out there that has it way worse. Trust me, it's wild. Check out the video and see for yourself.